I came here to Atlanta, and I came here with a musical mind. I always wanted to do something in the entertainment business, sing, write, produce, or something. And I came here, and I came with Curtis Mayfield. So, my dad was his manager and had been his manager for many, many years, probably 20 years at that time. And so I had been on the road with Curtis in them, New York, California. I'd been to Atlanta probably 10 times before we actually moved here. So I'm riding, I meet this little girl on the corner, cute little girl named Little Bit. And we get to kicking it, and she takes me by this guy's house. She wanted to go and smoke some weed and hang out, and have fun. She liked that big old Eldorado I was riding in, right? We go over there and we smoking a little weed and drinking some Hennessy, and he comes down the stairs, and it looked like everything was in slow motion for a minute. When he came down, he had this silk robe on, and he looked devilish, but I could tell that he was either a entertainer, a movie star, or something gigantic in the game, had to be. So I sat there and I looked at him come down the stairs, and behind him trailed 5 beautiful blonde-headed white girls. Now I was shocked. So they come on down the stairs, and she introduced me and everything to him, and he looks at me and he looked strange. He looked devilish. Actually, when he came down, he greeted me real nice, and he was very impressed after she told him I was with Curtis Mayfield. And, Curtis was a big star back then, had the Superfly out, and the Mac was out around that time, so the game was real popular in the streets. So we talked for a little while, and she told him that I was a pimp. And I was like, well, not really. I'm, trying to check it out and everything. I'm interested in it, And I'm a little nervous. I got to drink that cognac, so I started easing up. I started cooling out like I need some right now. But we sat around there for a minute and laughed and talked. And he said, boy, I said, you could be a good pimp, you know that? I said, you think so? He said, yeah. He said, pimp saying I'm not born there. Not made, they're born. I said, so you saying I was born a pimp? And he said, well, it's left to be seen. After we talked and laughed and we decided we'd go out later, he tells 2 of the girls, y'all going with Little Sugar. Called him Brown Sugar, right? Y'all going with Little Sugar. I said, going with me? I said, they going with me? He said, yeah, and do whatever you want to do with them. He said, from this point on, y'all with Sugar, treat him just like you did when you was here with me. Just like as if you were still with me. This is my little brother, now I'm adopting him. I felt honored. I've been around the Shy-Lights, Temptations, OJs, Little Michael Jackson when he first kicked off in Indiana. I seen all that shit, right? But I never had such an overwhelming sensation as I did when he gave me 2 gorgeous white girls. So I take them on back, and one of the little girls, little Claudia, gorgeous little thing. She was like, well, Daddy, we need to go to work and get some money. So, I really didn't know what to say, so I just said, well, do what y'all do. And I'll see you when you get back. About 3 o'clock that morning, I hear somebody tapping on the back door. I jump up and run back there. I know don't nobody know me. I'm brand new in town, I'm fresh. And both of them girls back there come in the house about 900. I said, shit. $900. I could take 900. I was always smart in school, so I started counting. I said, shit, if they did this 7 nights a week, that'd be 6,300. In a month, Lord have mercy, we talking $12,000, $13,000, $14,000. That'd be $200,000